Hey guys, welcome back and welcome if you're new. It's Naomi Sarah here, and in today's video, as you guys can tell by the title, I'm really going to be breaking down a lot of the questions that you guys asked in my last video. If you guys are interested, definitely stay tuned.
It's a gas race, it went last place. In my first name with the last name. Vinny bag, ayy, Birkin bag, ayy.
I just want to get into some of the questions that I got from my video that I want to answer for you guys, so I'm going to answer them the best I can. I did do some research to find out some answers for you guys. Some of this as well is just my personal opinion. I have my notepad here. I tried to write down everything that I could think of, everything that I was seeing, so hopefully I'm answering your questions. If not, just leave another one down below and I will get back to you either in the comments, or if I get a lot of comments again in this video, then I might just make another update. I got a couple comments, guys, about MSM making people have indigestion issues and have like gassy stomachs and stuff like that. Maybe this might be a TMI question to start with, but I mean, let's get into it. So honestly, I've always had issues with indigestion and a bit of stomach issues. So for me personally, I'm not sure if it contributed to that, if MSM contributed to it, but I have seen other people saying that it does give them gas, it does make them burp a lot or have indigestion. Honestly, I wouldn't doubt that MSM does cause people to have indigestion, you know, upset, gassy stomachs, especially if you're taking it with food or without. It can cause you to have stomach, you know, indigestion issues and stomach problems. That's just something you guys need to look out for, pay attention to when you start taking MSM. Just try to make sure that you're paying attention to your body when you're taking it so that you can figure out if MSM is the reason that you're having these new issues or if it could be from something else. So like, let's say you start taking it in the morning and you're taking it on an empty stomach, and you notice that as soon as you're taking your MSM, your stomach is starting to hurt or getting gassy and stuff like that, burping, then that might be your cue to try and take it the next day with your breakfast instead of taking it on an empty stomach. And the same if you take it on a full stomach when you're eating your breakfast and you notice that you're having stomach problems when you didn't have them before, then maybe you can try taking it on an empty stomach. So the thing about this is that it really depends on the person. It depends on your body because, you know, we're all different. We all have different issues that we're working with to start out with. So you just really have to try and pay attention to, you know, your body sensitivities and how it's affecting you. It is something to look out for, guys, especially when you take any type of supplement or medication. You know, you always want to just try and pay attention to see if it's even working for you and if it's even worth it with these side effects. Because, you know, if the side effects are greater than the results that you're getting, then maybe it's not really worth it to take these supplements, because I'm sure for every one way to grow your hair faster or whatever, you can find another way that might work better for you. So yeah, just keep an open mind when you take it and pay attention to your body. Another question I was getting was, when is the best time to take MSM? I would say when you're starting out, the best time to take it is like first thing in the morning. I personally take it first thing in the morning when I wake up. I'll just have my MSM with a glass of orange juice, and then I won't eat anything for another couple of hours. You know, I'll have my breakfast maybe two or 3 hours later. But I don't do that every day. It totally depends. Honestly, the best time to take it is first thing in the morning. I've seen people say that when they take it later on in the day or right before bedtime, then it causes them to not be able to sleep, or it just messes with their sleep cycle. I would take it first thing in the morning. But if you want to start increasing your dosage, then you can split when you take it and take it like in the morning when you wake up, and then right before bed, just a small amount before you start adding them together, like Curly Proverbs mentioned in one of her MSM videos. I'll link that video as well because that video is really useful. It definitely lays out all of the steps on how to take MSM for someone who hasn't taken it before. I would say the best time to take it is first thing in the morning on an empty stomach. But if you're noticing that it's causing you issues, then try taking it with your breakfast. So another question I was getting a lot is, what should people do if they're still getting headaches even though they're drinking a lot of water throughout the day? If I were you, I would definitely decrease the amount of MSM that I'm taking. If you're still getting headaches throughout the day and you're drinking a lot of water, then it's probably just that, you know, you're taking too much MSM. So definitely, you know, lower your dosage a bit, maybe by a quarter or a half. So if you're taking 1 teaspoon, then just go down to like 3/4 teaspoon or half a teaspoon and take that for a few days. See if you're still getting those headaches. And if you're not, then go another week and then work your way back up again by increasing by a 1/4 teaspoon. Yeah, I think if you're drinking enough water and you're still getting headaches, I think it's just that you might be taking too much, or that your body is just flushing a lot of toxins out, which is causing the headaches. Another question I got quite a bit was if you should take MSM on your cycle, because I did mention that it can affect your cycle and when it starts. So the best time to take MSM is either right before you start your cycle or the day you start your cycle. If you take it, like, let's say right after your cycle, or, you know, 2 weeks ahead of time, then it will probably cause you to be late. Definitely take it right before, like a day or two before, or take it on the day that you start. Once you start taking it, you don't have to worry about that. Just continue taking it. But if you're just starting out, then definitely start taking it a day or two before or the day you start. I got another question about whether it's useful if you have PCOS. So PCOS is polycystic ovary syndrome, I believe, and I believe that that can cause you to have painful menstruation. It can even stop you from menstruating. I believe it's when there are cysts on your ovaries. It can be painful. It can cause you to be sick a lot. One person was asking if it's useful to take it, or if you can take it with PCOS, and when I did look into that, it did say that it can be beneficial just because of the hormone regulation that it does. So you can try it out if you have PCOS. It might be useful, but like everything else, guys, just pay attention to your symptoms. If it's making anything worse, then stop taking it. But I would also suggest talking to your doctor about that before you even start, especially if you have PCOS or any other type of condition. Then definitely talk to your doctor first before you start. Another person asked if it can be taken topically. So it can definitely be taken topically. What you would do is to add your MSM to an oil of your choice, a shampoo, conditioner, deep conditioner, even like a tea spray or tea rinse, things like that. So you can add it to something like that. It has to have something like a carrier oil or something to carry it through your scalp, so that you get the benefits of it, but you can definitely add it topically. I don't believe you really need the vitamin C, but you can add it. I've seen that adding the vitamin C can lighten your hair, and it can actually make your hair feel pretty dry. So you might want to be careful if you do. Again, you want to start out with small amounts. So start out with your 1/4 teaspoon and then work your way up, but you can definitely add it topically. And if you do this, then you don't have to drink a lot of water, because it's not really going into, you're not ingesting it, so it's not going to draw out the toxins from your body, so you don't need to drink all of the water that you would need to if you're ingesting it. So the main question that caused a whole lot of commotion was whether you really need to take the breaks when you're taking MSM. And honestly, I'm not really sure how to think of the answer for this either. Like, I'm kind of caught in the middle, because a lot of people were saying that you don't need to take a break, and I can definitely see that if you're taking MSM for any other reason other than hair growth. But when I specifically researched and looked into using MSM for hair growth, almost everybody said that you should be taking breaks. So I mean, I guess in that sense, I would leave it up to you guys. You can decide whether you want to continuously take your MSM, or if you want to take the breaks. The only thing that I would say is just to pay attention to your hair growth, and to, you know, monitor the length of time that you're taking the MSM, and see if you're still getting the same results that you were like 3 months or 6 months prior. Yeah, I don't know, guys. Like, I've been taking MSM now for over a year. I was taking breaks last year. I took a really small break earlier this year. It wasn't like months long, it was maybe a couple weeks long. Even taking the break for a couple weeks affected my cycle, so that could count as a break technically, I guess. But I don't know, like, I feel like I've noticed the biggest difference once I stopped taking the powder and started taking the crystals So I think I will start counting the months and the length of time that I've been taking the MSM from the day that I started taking the crystals, and I'll see if my hair is still growing at the same rate in like 4 months, 5 months, or if it starts slowing down. And honestly, if it starts slowing down, then I will just take a break and then get back into it, because I know for hair growth, a lot of the supplements that are on the market, most of them say to take a break every 3 months, or well, they don't technically say to take a break, but they say that you should not take these products for longer than 3 months. I'm going to leave that one up to you guys. It's your choice on whether you want to take a break or not, but I am just monitoring my results and seeing if I notice any differences, or you know what I mean, like I'm just paying attention to my hair growth and doing what works best for me. So I feel like the take-home message from all of this, from, you know, taking anything for your hair or for your body, you really need to pay attention to how it affects you. Pay attention to how you feel when you're taking it, how your body reacts to it, and you know, you're the only one who can really say what works for you and what doesn't. Because sometimes things can work for some people and they don't for others. Everyone's genes are different. Everyone's body makeup and chemistry is different. So things that might work really well for some people don't work for others. Honestly, that's one thing that I've noticed online and on YouTube, is that there are honestly so many videos on how you can get long hair fast, get clear skin in like 2 days, whatever, lose weight in like 2 weeks. And honestly, you have to take all of that with a grain of salt, guys, because sometimes people are just trying to clickbait you and get you to watch their videos. Maybe they're getting incentives out of saying things, or they just want to get a lot of likes and views. But you really have to be critical. You guys have to be conscious of what you put into your body and what you do, and only you know what works for you. So I mean, you can go around looking at things and, you know, try them out, but at the end of the day, it's all up to you. You guys need to do what's best for you. If you see something online and it doesn't work for you, then it doesn't work, and that's okay. Maybe something else will. So yeah, don't let it get to you if your results are not the same as someone else's. And also, I know a lot of people in my comments were saying that, yeah, your hair doesn't look like it grew that much, or, you know, I saw someone saying that it looked better before, and I was like, okay, well, that's your opinion, but, you know, I just wanted to make the video to share my opinion and how I felt it worked for me, and things that I experienced that I didn't see other people talking about. Yeah, I don't know, it's all a personal journey, guys, and yeah, you just have to be critical about what you see online and what you decide to do as well. Yeah, I feel like I just went on a tangent. I hope I made sense. I hope that you guys get where I'm coming from, because it can be really dangerous being online sometimes, you know, like you can get really high expectations about how things should work and they don't work that way, and you know, you don't want these things to affect you in a negative way. You know, it's just trial and error. You have to see what works for you, and you're the only one who knows what can work for you. So yeah, don't get discouraged by anything. It's life, it happens. Well, I guess that's all for the questions. Oh, another question that someone did ask is if kids can take MSM. So, well, the question was actually if people 12 years old can take MSM. And honestly, I would say that you should talk with your doctor to see if it's safe. I've noticed that a lot of the MSM products say that people who are breastfeeding, people who are pregnant, and also children should not be taking MSM, but it should be discussed with their doctor. So definitely talk to your doctor about it, see what they have to say. Your doctor will know how it may affect you and whether it would be okay to take at your age, because, you know, when you're 12, you're usually going through puberty, you're still growing, so you don't want to take anything that will have a negative effect on the natural cycle of your body. And especially since it can interact with your menstrual cycle. If you haven't started your menstrual cycle yet, then you might not want to start taking it because it could force it. You know, who knows? So you really want to just talk to your doctor first to see if it's okay for you to take. Yeah, I think that's it for the questions. If I missed anything, guys, if If I missed anything, please just leave a comment below. Let me know if there's anything that you want to know about MSM that I didn't talk about. You know, let me know your opinions on the ways that I answered the questions. If you agree, if you disagree, you know, leave it all in the comments below. I really loved seeing all of you guys leaving your comments and, you know, discussing with each other, sharing your experiences. You know, it was a really great way to share information, and also, you know, to see if people are having the same issues that you are. So definitely leave a comment below if you have anything to add. I am really looking forward to reading them. And yeah, like I said, that's it for the questions that I got. I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. Give it a thumbs up if you did. If you guys are not subscribed already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And with that being said, I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!
It's a cash race, it went last place. In my first name with the last name. Vinny bag, ayy, Birkin bag, ayy. Paper tag, ayy, brand new jacket. I just push a button, automatic.